What's up, folks? So today's video I'm going to be doing a tour of my recently finished sketchbook, and not gonna lie, it's not the most amazing sketchbook. This was a bit of a slog to get through. I had a lot of art block, a lot of highs and lows, so this book is just very to me. I mean, some people might like it, some people might not. I'm gonna try to make this entertaining, but yeah. The cover, I didn't do a decoration video of it, but I really like how it came out. It's very cute. I was going for a Jumino core, Kaij core theme. It's been like my favorite aesthetic currently, especially with like strawberries, and apples, and clovers. That's like my whole thing. And then my brother gave me this Puerto Rico keychain thing I put on my sketchbook. This is like the one benefit of these sort of sketchbooks is that you can put like trinkets on the side. But yeah, also I'm not Puerto Rican. My brother was just in Puerto Rico for a period of time, and he gave me this as a souvenir. Anyway, let's go into the sketchbook. We cannot have a sketchbook tour nowadays without some alien stage, so we got Ms. Yusua, and this was a speed paint that I did. Check it out. I was talking about alien stage stuff in that video, and also I just like how it came out. I'm not really a fan of how Mizzy's face got kind of smudged. It makes me a little sad, but I'm glad that I always scan my pictures like right after I made them. So I'm glad that I managed to do all that before everything got smudged. But yeah, LPS inspired drawings. This was actually the last thing that I had doodled in class before I had graduated college. Yep. So it was critique, and I was doodling. It was really boring, by the way. It was just like people showing off their work, and then we would be timed. The professor was like, okay, does anyone have anything they wanted to say? And then the professor would say something, and that was it. And it went by really quick. It was like so underwhelming. It was such an anticlimactic way to like end my time in university. But yeah, that's like what I remember this page by now. But yeah, and this caterpillar is, I'm not the biggest fan of it, just because the eyes are a little I mean, these two I think are more my favorite, especially this deer. I love the swirls here. I think it's really cute. And this is all like through the pen, like the watercolor part. It was all because of the pen. I love like using pens that are like really ink saturated with like water. It looks really nice. Anyway, so then there's this page, which is just OC doodles. This is an adopt I got from Pound Town Hound a couple months ago, actually. This is like around the time I graduated, actually. I haven't named this character yet. And then we have Mulberry, who is a cat demon that has a unhealthy obsession with strawberries. She's basically like a food demon, and like food demons pretty much live to consume nothing but food, and she loves to consume strawberries. She's one of my favorite OCs currently. And then we have Carrot, who is a zombie bunny fashion influencer. Cute character. I haven't really done much with her, so I doodled her here. I need to give her more attention, to be honest. So I'm gonna give a heads up, because this might be like trypophobic, I guess, this image. So I'm gonna give a heads up in like 3, 2, 1. Okay, so there's this, and there's this pie girl, and some doodles and thumbnails and blah blah blah. Yeah, this actually comes up later in the book. I'll once again give like a warning for that, but yeah. Then we have Till. I'm not really a fan of this piece of art, mainly because it just looks like just two heads floating. You can't really see the body, and that just kind of bothers me. And then the sleeve is just it's just huge. Everything is huge, but like everything is just disproportionate, I guess. If this page was larger, I would have probably had more details be showing. But yeah, I mean, I do like how Till's hair, like right here, is rendered. It's really, really nice, but everything else just feels very I drew this like right after I graduated, like the day after, or like, I forget when. I don't date my drawings anymore, but like, yeah, these are my personas, Pulcella-Lulu, and Pulcella's trying to take all the credit for graduating college, and Lulu is like, dude, what the fuck do you mean? We both graduated college. Why are you trying to take all the credit for it? So yeah, Blueberry Cowgirl, based on I think a slime I saw or something on Pinterest, and I thought the idea was really cute. A collage page. I think I was just going for like a brown and orange color palette, very vintage. This is old art, but then I like redid the sketch, or like I fixed the sketch to look like my current style, and then I just put it in here to make a collage. This was a sticker from Meme Dokies. I got it at Otakon last year. So this was supposed to be like a Christmas collage spread, but then I never posted it because I was just like, I didn't know if this was gonna do well as a video, so I never did anything with it. But yeah, so this is like really old art. This is actually from like, I think some sort of, it might have been a request for somebody on Amino. That's how old it was, so it's like nearly a decade old. Holy crap. This doesn't really feel Christmassy aside from like the jolly and then this. It's just a lot of red and green, and I was like, oh yeah, Christmas. It's weird looking back on this because December feels so recent, but yet not really. Like, it feels so distant at the same time. It's such a weird feeling. Like, it went by so fast. It's crazy. Character idea, doodle. Never did anything with her. Redraw of this cute candle I saw on Pinterest. He's just a little guy, but he looks a little ominous here. I didn't intend for him to look that ominous, but he kind of does, and it's a little scary. But he's cute though. Like, honestly, I was debating make a character based on him, but I was like, nah. Maybe in the future, because I do like the design idea. It's really adorable. This was a DTIYS for someone. I forgot the name. Put it on the screen when I'm editing. And this is very green. I like how this looks. I didn't win the DTIYS. It was like one of those contest ones. But the artist did comment on my post, so I'll take that as a win. And yeah, the artist makes really pretty art. Uses a lot of green, but I incorporated pink because I can't escape pink. It's like the one color that I always have to include somewhere in my work. If it's not blue or purple, it's gotta be pink. And yeah, this, I like the face, even though I kind of screwed up on the mouth a little bit. And I was going for like, yeah, that like SpongeBob flower look. I love how it looks. I don't know why. It's just really pretty to look at. It's a really cute and fun shape. So yeah, I had fun making this. It was really nice. This is that Catholic mascot character that was popular earlier in the year. Luce, I think was her name. So like there was this magazine that was in our like magazine bin in our house, and I just took it and cut it out because like no one in our house really reads like the magazines that we get. So I was just like, oh well, this could make for a collage thing or whatever. And then these are just doodle studies that were from Pinterest. And yeah, as you can see, this is already where like the art block downfall was beginning, and oh boy, I was struggling. Like I just put random shit on this page. I was like, okay, page done. And then as you can see here, it was just doodles. And oh, this is Blue Birthday, but he has this hairstyle from the one hairstyle from Life Makeover. I'll put it on the screen because it feels like it gives off Blue Birthday vibes when I got it, like in the game. I was really happy I got it, but it really reminded me of him for some reason because I feel like that would be a hairstyle that he would have. And then there's some more doodles, and oh, this is Clyde, but like he looks really goofy here. And this is like a jester character design that they come up with. He looks very depressed because that was kind of the idea I was going for. I love characters when they have like little smiley faces or like those theater masks on their design or outfit or whatever. I think it looks really cool. I love his face. He just looks so tired. It's so funny. So these are those rainbow OCs that I have, like drew all of them together, like with goofy expressions, and then this is like their arch nemesis. So up here we have Rainabella, Cherina, Tangerina, Emeralds, Violet, Blossom, and then we have Pearl. And basically like their whole thing is that they hate Pearl because Pearl killed two of their siblings. I actually did mention some lore of these characters, and I'm not sure if it was my last sketchbook tour, but it was one of my sketchbook tours. And yeah, so they all hate her, and I just wanted to practice expressions with all these characters. So yeah, once again, you'll see this is the struggle page. I don't like this page, which basically just describes how I feel. This face describes how I feel, and this, well, this is actually kind of an interesting idea, but yeah, I just don't like this page. And this was a character from this anime that I saw. I heard of. It was about like some magical girl. I watched it and I was just like, it's alright. And then this was just some dude that appeared in a dream that I had. He was supposed to be some sort of EMT or whatever, but I don't like how I drew everything. He just looks, no. So again, we have another struggle page, but this was inspired by something I saw on Pinterest. It was like this doodle of these two girls holding hands, and it was me holding hands with God. She is a girl I shake hands with in the 4th grade, and it just felt very Mizzy Sua coded for some reason because, well, you know, my God, my universe. Yeah, I don't know what the meaning of the original like drawing was supposed to mean. I just thought, Mizzy Sua vibes. So I just doodled them, and then there's just some dude here on the side. Another struggle page. This page is, I just look at it and I feel like I'm suffering. I just hate it so much. This is old art, by the way. I'm so upset. I just couldn't do anything with this page. It made me so angry. Another struggle page. This was like something from this one artist. I can't remember their name. Just redrew all their stuff because it was like this really simplistic and like doodly art style, and I was just so art block that I wanted to redraw everything, and it did kind of help temporarily. I thought it helped, but it was like, I don't know, my brain was just so fried in this book. Every time I came to the sketchbook, my brain would just kind of rot, and I was like, oh man. So yeah, this page spread isn't too bad. These are just doodles, and then this is my OC Nugget, and he's wearing this outfit that I saw from Pinterest or Twitter. I can't remember which. But basically, it was like this person wearing like this alien like costume or something like that, and I thought it was cool, so I drew Nugget in this outfit. And Nugget, because Nugget is an alien of the Gleep Warp variety, so you know, how does it represent the Gleep Warp aliens? Okay, we finally have a good page. So this is Vio, and Lysander, and then these are just unrelated stuff. So yeah. Honestly, it's not a sketchbook tour. Vio and Lysander aren't there, so yeah. I didn't really know what else to do with this page, so I just added these random things here. And then this is probably like one of the best things in the sketchbook, and of course, it's not even art that I made. I just redrew it, and it was from that one Luca drawing because I wanted to redraw it so badly. It made me really sad because I felt bad for Luca. I was like, oh, Luca, no. I felt so sad. I felt bad for Luca. Like, I know he's not a great person, but also it's just like, I feel bad for him, but also I know he's not great, but also he's like, fuck Alien Stage, I swear. This series makes me so sad sometimes. Anyway, I'm really proud of how, like, the bubbles came out. Like, this is probably my favorite part. But yeah, this is really... I don't like how the eyes look. They're very lopsided if you look very, 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 very closely. Anyway, yeah, so I like how the picture came out. I was making the hair very, very swirly and, like, spirally to make it more ethereal, I guess. Did I even say that right? Yeah, so I love this page. It's really pretty. Ah, yes, Riding Girl Miku. Gotta represent Riding Girl Miku. I overdid it on the coloring, not gonna lie. Like, the skirt is... You can barely even see, like, the black part of the skirt because I overdid it a little bit. But I would say the hair is probably my favorite part. But yeah, I liked how this came out. It was a nice doodle. And then we have Belalio and Luke. Luke, Belalio. So, doodle page of them. This is, like, around the time I think I made them. I think I was trying to, like, explore their dynamic or something like that. And this is, like... I think I drew this when I was debating if Belalio should be evil, and then I decided to not make him evil, just because I was like, you know, I have a lot of villain characters, but like, I didn't want this to be like a doomed yaoi, so I made it wholesome instead. So yeah, and then I think some people thought that Luke kind of looked like Kokichi from Danganronpa, so this does not look like Kokichi at all, but they're pointing at each other, and it looks so bad because my art style rotted in this book. Anyway, so they're pointing at each other like, what? We look the same. Even though I kind of see the resemblance, but not really, but also I do. I don't know. It's weird. So these are doodle ideas for something. Once again, my art was rotting because the proportions are terrible, so we're going to move on to this page where I was drawing animals with the brush pen. This page is alright, but it's not the best, and what the fuck's going on with this horse? Once again, art rotting. Ooh, I like this page. Not the entire thing, not down here, but like up here. Mizzy Sua, so this was based on a pose that I had found, and I really like it. So this was like Sua, but she's all creepy. I love My favorite genre of Sua art is where she's like really creepy and ominous looking, but she's like happy, or she looks like some sort of eldritch being that's like haunting Mizzy in a way. I don't know why I love it. It just, I don't know, it's so compelling. Like, it looks a little upside down, but at the same time, I was trying to like emphasize how creepy she looked with her huge eyes. So yeah, well, the pose is a little bit difficult to do. I'm not sure how well I portrayed it. But yeah, Mizzy looks so upset. It makes me kind of sad. I would like make this into a full thing, but I like it as a doodle. And then down here, like some stuff. These are like character ideas that I had, but I never really drew them out. And then over here we have, this is like one of those make a character based on like different comments, and the end result was very interesting. It was a hummingbird harpy that was male with vitiligo, light green eyes, long white flowing hair, decor fashion, chill yet fruity, and he had a Stanley Cup and a forehead gem. And yeah, that's the Stanley Cup. I drew it in last minute because I forgot. I didn't make this into an OC because I'm not good at drawing harpies, and this just does not look... It's not the best design, I'm going to be honest, but I tried my best because I was like, I don't know how to make this work. It's so chaotic. So, yeah. I mean, I think the vitiligo came out decent looking, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the color palette's nice, but the whole design is just... I don't know how to feel about it. I was testing out Artix markers on this page, and this is Bianca from Dragon Quest V. So I doodled this styling wizard I did in Life Makeover. This was from a few months ago, so yeah, I was gonna draw more, but then I just never did because I was lazy. I like how this page came out though, it's pretty nice. So these are thumbnail sketches for a painting that I did, and it was called The World We Were Promised, and it was about like just kind of how the world is nowadays, and how like Fruitiger Arrow is becoming more popular, and it's kind of like this symbol of a more optimistic future. So that's what I was kind of going for here. And the character looks very sad because she was like, oh, we were promised this perfect and futuristic and innovative worlds, but everything is so shitty. So that was kind of the vibe I was going for. I don't know if it came across well. I mean, I'll put the finished painting on the screen, but yeah, it was supposed to be kind of like melancholic and representing like the sort of feeling that, yeah, we could be living in the future, but we're not, and that kind of sucks. More doodles. These are clowns. And then this is a doodle page of some OCs. This is Melrock. He's a fast food manager, and he really does not give a fuck. And this is how he is most of the time. He is so out of it. He does not care. All he cares about is money and food. And then Mulberry is meeting Strawberry Shortcake, but like the old version of Strawberry Shortcake, and Strawberry Shortcake is like, what the fuck? Because I feel like if Mulberry did meet Strawberry Shortcake, because she's like her #1 fan, Strawberry Shortcake would be like really freaked out, because she'd be like, why is there like this tall cat creature obsessed with strawberries talking to me? Like, I know Mulberry isn't like scary looking, she's more meant to be cute, but like in a creepy way, but I feel like to Strawberry Shortcake, she'd probably freak her out just because, you know, yeah. I do love Mulberry though, I need to draw her more. Actually, there isn't a drawing of Mulberry in this book. A page spread dedicated to relearning color theory and composition, woohoo! Doodles of these cotton candy people eating actual human heads, because I thought that was a funny idea. And then we have a star and a moon sitting on a cloud. This was an idea for the Snow Miku, but I did not participate because every year Snow Miku happens. Something always happens where I just cannot participate, or I lose the motivation to participate. And I wanted to, but I did not. And this was my idea. It was gonna be like Miku, but she had like berry jam for hair, like blueberries. And then there was this one where she had like blueberry ponytail hair, something like that. I kind of skimped out on the bunny. I think its name is Yuki. So yeah, I didn't know, I just didn't vibe with it, or like I just couldn't do it because I was just so art blocked, and it made me really upset. I'm really holding out hope for next year if the theme is really good. Like, I really would like to participate for once, because I'm so tired of every year something always happens, and I'm like, and I don't feel like doing this. So this is like how Toon is viewed by like all the other characters in Alien Stage, and Toon, for some reason, he like kept stealing Mizzy's glasses, and I don't know why. I think he was just being an asshole. Till and Toon were besties. They love to share music with each other. Well, actually, no, Till liked to share his music, and Toon was like, he thought he was really cool, so they really bonded, and I thought that was a really cute idea. So I feel like they're both really obnoxious together. They had bro energy, and then and then Toon made fun of Ivan's hair, so Ivan does not like him at all. And then Sua finds Toon to be very annoying because he's always yelling and singing very loudly, and she's like, oh my god, shut the fuck up. And then, oh yeah, Toon had a crush on Hyuna. I don't know, I thought it was an idea, especially because like Toon is a human rebel, so I had this idea that like maybe at some point he meets Hyuna and maybe he's like, oh my gosh, it's Hyuna, oh my gosh, my gosh, my gosh. And then, but he never really does, like, he doesn't reciprocate his feelings though because he's too shy about it. And then of course, as we know, Weege happens, so I don't know how Bro was feeling about that. Anyway, she was oblivious, but she did think he was entertaining. And then Luca does not like Toon because Toon is like another like test tube baby, basically. Like he was also basically manufactured by aliens, so I think Luca could kind of just tell like, you're artificial, just like me, and I don't like that. So this page was based on that one dream that I had, and it evolved into the Wonderland story with Mother Ethel and Alice, and this was like, the whole dream was really crazy. It was basically like Wonderland, and it pretty much ended with like this, with Mother Ethel, who was like this lady who was watching over these girls in this church who were tending to flowers, and she got really pissed because someone messed up the flowers or whatever, and it was a whole thing. Anyway, so like Mother Ethel's whole thing, she wants things to be perfect, so I came up with this idea, or like this sort of, and I just was like, okay, this is kind of like Mother Ethel's character, or what I was establishing. Alice, do not embrace perfection. True beauty is the sweet prize of life. Never question a wonderful dream. And then we have Alice at the bottom, her hair looks. So yeah, basically, Mother Ethel wants perfection, and Alice is challenging that in some way, and that is like the source of their conflict. So these were ideas for what Mother Ethel and Alice would look like. Initially, I was gonna make Mother Ethel look more like Victorian. I wasn't sure because I feel like in Wonderland, like the vibe I was going for was kind of old-timey. Like I really couldn't imagine it being too modern, especially with the vibes and aesthetic it had. So I feel like the time period is kind of ambiguous. Like it's not modern, but it's not super antiquated either. Like they do have technology and whatnot, but it's like wacky and weird looking. And then these are more like sketches of what Alice and Mother Ethel would look like. Initially, I was going to have like an entire group of characters that were going to be like alongside with Alice, but I kind of decided not to, because originally it was going to be like they're going to make a rainbow group of girls, but I kind of just went with two characters, well actually three, Lillian and Madeline instead, because I was like, I'm not designing all of these characters, because there's a bunch of other characters in this Wonderland story, so yeah, they're all scrapped. And this was originally what Lillian looked like, and these two were twins. I think I was going for like a Tweedledum, Tweedledee sort of vibe, and then this was supposed to be like kind of the prototype for Madeline, basically, who's like kind of the mean girl, Ojo type of character that really hates Alice. IKEA display doodle, and then this was like that Luminarian character, those like characters with the cool looking swirly hats that I was drawing. I want to give him like these really cool looking pants, and it looks really better. It looks really good in my head, but it did not turn out super great. Like my brain was like, oh, this is gonna go hard, and then I drew it and it's like bleh. Another Luminarian character. I drew it all in colored pencil. I think I was just in a colored pencil mood. I'm trying to get back into colored pencils because I need to use them more. I don't like having them sit there, but they can be a pain to use sometimes and they hurt my hand. I don't know how I used to use them so often as a kid, but I did. And now as an adult, I can barely, or I can use them, but like, I do not have the same energy as I used to when I was a kid. Another Luminarian character, she's very cute. It popped into my head. She's not Miku. I know she looks like she could be Miku, but she's not Miku. I think my vibe for her was like a fast food mascot in the Luminarian world for this character, because she's got like red and yellow, or some sort of like very upbeat and like poppy character. I love this design though, it's like super cute. Oh, Sea Doodles. Luke is upset because he had a nightmare, and Belalio is comforting him. And then Mother Ethel is asking Alice what the heck is Skibbity Riz, and Lillian is like, I said it. And then she's like, what the fuck? How do you know what Skibbity Riz is? I don't even know if like Wonderlandians even know what like Gen Z lingo is. I don't even know if they probably have their own Gen Z lingo that's probably way more wackier because it's Wonderland and everything in Wonderland's wacky. But yeah, so canonically, Mother Ethel says Skibbity Riz. So this is a doodle page on Mother Ethel and Hatter. I've not named him yet. I feel bad for calling him Hatter, but he is basically just the Mad Hatter from Alice in Wonderland. So they're both in love with each other, but like Mother Ethel has insecurity issues, so she's like allergic to affection, kind of. Like, it's really complicated. I mean, homegirl is almost 40 and she's acting like a freaking teenager with this man. But anyway, the point is that they're just in love with each other, but she's so insecure and uptight about herself and her appearance and all that she has a hard time accepting it, even though this man is like deeply in love with her, and it's cute and sad at the same time, even though she's like, what a lovesick fool. And then Hatter is doing the "there goes my baby" meme, so, and she's like, what the heck are you doing? And then there's more doodles. This is their dynamic in a nutshell. Hatter is basically like if a almost 40-year-old man had a propeller hat and a lollipop. He's so goofy. I mean, he's the Mad Hatter after all, so he's got to be extra goofy. And this is like what he actually looks like. I mean, because all the other drawings of him in this page are very silly, and this, I'm not really a fan of how this eye looks. It's kind of shitty, but yeah, so that's what he looks like. He has dimples, and he also has like really thick and very bold eyelashes. So if Mother Ethel and Hatter ever have kids, their kids are gonna have like the most insane eyelashes ever. It's gonna look crazy. More Luminarian characters. Princess character is but at the same time, it's not too bad. I really like the Knight's character design though. I think she looks really cute. She definitely has JRPG vibes. I think that was what I was going for. I was trying to make her look tough and very cute at the same time, and I think it came across really well. They definitely look like they're the type to like bicker with each other. They both look very stubborn, because that's what I was going for with the princess. That's like their entire dynamic. Thumbnails and doodle. Oh yes, this is a redrawing of Yoshitomo Naro's artwork, because we love Yoshitomo Naro's artwork in this house. I love his art style. It's really cute. I would say this is actually really accurate, except the eyes are just a little bit off, but overall I would say it looks really close to the original. Okay, so this is based on something I saw on Pinterest, and it really creeped me out actually. Like, I don't know why, it just does. So it was Barbie and Kelly, I forget who. And it was from the Rapunzel movie where she was painting or whatever. So this was like a comic, and it was, she painted what she dreamed. When you do that, you'll never go wrong. No, that can't be. I'm still in the dream. And I actually like how this came out. I was worried I was gonna screw it up, but it actually looks pretty good. And then Barbie makes this really creepy face. It looked creepier in the original picture, not gonna lie. I feel like here it looks kind of goofy, but like it freaked me out. I don't know why it did, but it kind of did, and it was so ominous. It just felt so weird. But yeah, I'm totally here for like Barbie Eldritch Horror. I think I kind of need that in my life. That would be super cool. I love Mulberry. She is so adorable. Very Berry. Yeah, she is just so cute. I love her. That's all she does. She just eats strawberries and just vibes. And that's like, she's so real for that, honestly. Okay, so trypophobia warning. This is the picture that had like that was like the one pie picture from earlier. It's very icky. If you don't want to see that, skip. So I'm gonna show in 3, 2, 1. Okay, yeah, this is I don't like it that much, and I drew it because I thought the idea was cool. So she's got like a pie eye of some sort or something like that, and I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of this piece. I do like how the eye looks. Like, it looks very, you can tell it's blueberry pie, but her nail looks like it's going into her nose, and then I do like how this looks. It's very mushy, and I want to eat it. I want to eat this pie, but yeah. it's so at the same time, because I don't like eye gore. I try to avoid it, but at the same time I felt like this idea was just, I needed to draw it out. And yeah, it's just you know. It just bothers me, but it's also like I like it at the same time. It's so conflicting. Josephine, vivid and flamboyant, rimmed with confidence. And that Josephine guy, she's so cool and confident. I don't know, I'm just doing a random collage for this page. As you can see, I was running out of ideas. A doodle, and this was me trying to redraw or like replicate Hikari Shimoda's art style, and I think I did a pretty decent job at it. And this was all with ArtX markers, which I thought was crazy. The rendering is actually pretty good. It was really hard to kind of replicate the style, mainly with the rendering of the skin, because she has a very specific way she does it, and I was worried I wasn't gonna do it well, and I feel like for the most part I did. I feel like it would be easier if I painted it. And the eyes, I feel like her way she does eyes is very complex. Like, it looks easy, but it's harder than it looks. But I do like how it came out. It's very pretty, and I also like how the tears look. I think I had kind of discovered a new way to draw tears, and I'm really happy with that because it looks very aesthetic and very bubbly. So overall, this piece is pretty good. I'm not happy with the background though, because I was just like, eh. I just kind of winged it, you know, but everything else was just, it was more of a practice thing, if anything. This page sucks ass. I'm not going to comment on it, but just, you know, Kikuo, Yoshitomo Nara, and a doodle idea. Character idea. And then we have a human Felix, actually. So I was kind of inspired by Vivinos a little bit, and I was trying to do something a little bit different with my art style, like with rendering and all that. So I kind of experimented, and this is the result. And yeah, Felix looks, this is what Felix looks like as a human. So yeah, he has red curly hair, and I wonder why he's sweating. I wonder what he's nervous about. Interesting. Yeah, so I think I might just kind of cut the sketchbook tour off here, because I don't really like anything else that's in this book. It was all just like doodles and like really, really shitty stuff anyway, so that's it for the sketchbook tour. Honestly, I kind of peaked with Mizusua and everything went downhill from there, so I'm ending on this page because I love it so much. I hope you guys enjoyed, even though this book was honestly just my flop era in one book. So I hope the other sketchbook that I showed is gonna be really good. I really hope I make some more art. I'm just so, my brain is rotting from just everything. It sucks. So, anyway, I'll see you quacks later.